The rarest natural phenomena – fly gazer. When you see this strange place for the first time, it's hard even to assume that people did not take any part in its creation. And although technically the gazer is artificial, now I will tell you why all this beauty is the work of nature exclusively. Let's take it in order. Fly gazer is located in the northwest of the US state of Nevada. In 1916, it occurred to someone to make a well at that place. The place began to be drilled. Something went wrong. The geothermal pocket was penetrated. No one else touched this place, and decades later, in 1964, hot water began to penetrate the surface. Today, this active thermal spring is one of the most beautiful places in the state. Its height is 1.5 meters, but it continues to grow. The geyser created a colorful, picturesque landscape around itself on its own. Its water is filled with minerals, algae, and cyanobacteria. This explosive mixture is the very reason why the fly gazer has an unusual appearance. Lake Maracaibo, the largest lake in South America, on the shores of which almost a quarter of the population of Venezuela lives, is the only place on the planet when you can observe a very unusual natural phenomenon. The highest lightning activity in the world is observed here. Every square kilometer of this place is subjected to at least 250 blows a year. Just in case, let me remind you that there are 365 days in a year, which means that from 70 to 200 days a year you can watch a beautiful natural storm here, which is called catacumbo lightning. The peak activity of the phenomena occurs at the time from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Sometimes lightning strikes up to 28 times a minute during these hours. You're probably wondering how people can live in such a terrible place. The noise probably won't make you fall asleep. So, it turns out that lightning is visible from a distance of 400 kilometers, so thunder is almost or not heard at all. The secret of this place is in its location. From the Andes, winds are constantly coming here, causing thunderstorms, and due to the fact that Lake Maracaibo is a rather swampy area, the atmosphere is rich in methane. Kyaktyo Pagoda. This gravity-defying place is nothing more than the famous Buddhist shrine better known to the world as the Golden Stone. The pagoda is located on top of a huge granite boulder that balances on a cliff ledge. It has not fallen so far only by some miracle. Believers retell a legend according to which the stone was placed on a rock by two Burmese spirits 2,500 years ago. Inside the pagoda, the Buddha's hair is immured, and it does not allow the block covered with a gold leaf to slip off the ledge. Of course, I'm not going to argue about who and why placed the stone on the edge. I will only say that it is located on the state of Mon, Myanmar, and that the contact area of the boulder with the stone platform is so small that the phenomena really cannot be explained. Lake Gila. I bet you've seen this place in the photos on the internet more than once, and I'm more than sure that without reading it, you've decided, okay, another photo processed in Photoshop. So it's hard to believe, but Gila Lake really exists and is really filled with pink water. It is located in the southwest of Australia, or to be more precise, on the island of the Middle Islands. The outlandish place was discovered in 1802, and since then, it is rightfully considered to be one of the most beautiful and unusual places on the planet. For a long time, people did not understand what gives water such an unusual color. Researches and experiments were carried out, but the answer was given only in 2016. The water is stained with the algae and microorganisms that live in it, Nazca lines. Surely, looking at these drawings from afar, you will decide, well, patterns on the ground, and what is so special about them? And what if I say that they were drawn approximately in the 1st centuries BC? Yes, these giant figures were carved on the surface of the planet by ancient people who did not use any technology. Surprisingly, the length of some drawings reaches 120–180 meters. The stripes go beyond the horizon, cross dried-up riverbeds, and climb hills. It's even scary to imagine how much time people from Nazca civilization spent on its creation. According to some assumptions of some scientists, it's all in order to solve astronomical and astrological problems. The lines of the drawings can partially be correlated with celestial landmarks, but it was not possible to find out exactly their purpose. Banana Lake. Last September, residents of India, namely the state of Kerala, could observe a very unique natural phenomenon. Heavy rains hit the area, causing a flood, and in order to prevent the situation from becoming more complicated, the authorities decided to open the Melapuya and Elaya dams located nearby. At the same time, the Haritapuya River, which flows very close, was disturbed. All these circumstances led to the fact that a sandy strip suddenly formed right in the middle of the lake. From the side, it looks very surreal, as if the sand cut the water surface in half. And although local rescue services warned about the danger of walking along the strip, people simply still could not deny themselves such a pleasure. Of course, because this phenomenon occurs only once a decade.